7,000 friggin' problems and no solutions, or at least not easily reached solutions. You know, going back to my failure at life, I had two goals as a young adult, which I guess technically I'm still a young adult, but I want to be able to keep a roof over my head and help my children with their vehicle, whether it be purchasing, repairs, whatever, you know. So here I am, and I can do neither. My son's truck died yesterday, which it's a POS shit box anyway, which is fine. I drive a shit box. We're a little bit mechanically inclined, so we can fix most of the stuff. Not this one. We've had some electrical issues out of it, and then some other random crap going on with it, and it ended up, it had a noise, and I thought it was the flywheel. It sounded like it was between the engine and transmission. It wasn't. He lost power, it died, now it won't start, and has next to no compression. Timing chain blew on it. I don't have the physical ability to change that anymore. I don't have a place to do it. You know, that's not something I necessarily want to get into in the middle of the driveway. My buddy, who is a mechanic, actually just did one. And I think it was $3,400. I mean, even if I had the $34, would I put it into an $800 truck? Probably not. And I told him, I said, you know, sorry, man. I said, you're going to have to quit your job and ride the school bus. And not that he gets bullied, but he gets picked on a bit at riding the school bus, because the way our drop-off is, it adds 20-something minutes to the route. So the other kids kind of nitpick at him. Plus, he's almost 18. I mean, I don't blame him. But my brother's gonna let him borrow the farm vehicle, which is like a Jeep Cherokee, which has some issues, but it's better than walking, I guess. I told him, I said, we'll just save up. It'll save me almost $100 a month not insuring that truck. For some reason, on my insurance, F-150s are expensive to insure. I don't know why. Problem number two of 47, we'll say, is my roof. It's 10 grand to put a roof on my house. I don't have insurance because homeowner's insurance on it, because I don't own the land it's sitting on. I guess you have to, the way I understand it, if you have a trailer, mobile home, module home, any of those, once everything gets installed, you have to turn in the title, and it gets turned into what they call real estate. And then with that, you can get, you know, home insurance and stuff like that. Since I don't own the land, I can't turn it into real estate, and they won't give me insurance. State Farm will give me, I think it was a max of $60,000 insured value. That's structure and internals. But it was like $180 a month. It's just hard for me to justify that. course, realizing based off the money I've blown the last 20 years of adult life, shouldn't have a problem paying that. Issue number 3, which has been escalated, I need a freaking bed for this truck. Especially now, I've got to, since Jackson's truck's down, we got no way to haul trash. And everybody says, oh, you can borrow my truck and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that, but it's a severe pain in the ass. I can't stand borrowing people's vehicles. Went yesterday to pick up a flatbed for this. Told the guy Thursday I was coming, so I gave him like 3 days notice. Piece of shit tractor wouldn't start. Had the loader on it. It says Bobcat wouldn't start. Didn't have the bed completely cut off the donor truck. And I'm like, dude, you had like fucking 3 day notice. Why would you not have it ready? I even sent a message when I left town. Hey, I'm an hour out. Why would you not go and be sure that shit's ready? But there's only 2 within reasonable distance that they're in my price range. Another guy's trying to get it off this weekend, but he doesn't know if he's gonna have time, which is fine. I mean, I don't think he's in a huge hurry to sell that one. That old semi sitting there, old Peterbilt. But part of the solution to my insurance is moving. Looking, there's a chunk of land right here, which is 8 acres. I'll put a picture up here. Acreage is something weird. People think they have more acres than they do. An acre's actually pretty good size. And for some reason, this lot is long and is like all road frontage. I'm really surprised that the adjoining place wouldn't want to buy it. But anyways, in the picture here, the little bitty square that's darker than the other stuff, that's my yard. It's like 1.1 acres. The big square, I can visually see that because that's the field behind my house, so I know how big it is. That is almost exactly 5 acres. 5 acres is about what I'm wanting. This chunk of land here is 8 acres. Let's get this flipped around. I wonder if we can do this mid-shot. Oh, yeah. And it starts right here in front of me. And it's hilly. This is all on the left right here. This is $159,000. I'm sure it'd be negotiable. And one thing about me, being a veteran, I don't have an open VA loan right now. So I could theoretically get this. Let's 0 money down. Payments would be $1,000 a month. It's just shaped funny, you know, where it's kind of rectangular. Wow, I can see absolutely nothing with the sun in my eyes. It's got a trailer on it. Isn't horrible. Rock Foundation building, probably the original house that sat there. Let's see if I can get you off here. Look at it. But see, it's only from that road right there to this fence line. So what is that? It's probably 200 feet wide, but it's long. But it could be mine. And I guess part of the problem with my current house is I'll never own the land it's on. Now I am, which of course that's been known since mom and dad. Dad's my stepdad, if you ever hear me referring to it. Since mom and dad, like their first date, I'm pretty sure that was discussed. And I'm fine with that because I've always known that, hey, an old Ferguson tractor. And I've always known that, so I'm fine with that. You know, I feel like I'm a renter there anyway. I mean, it's not my land, it never will be. I'll have life usage. And like I say, I am just super appreciative that Dad has let me build out there and live rent-free. But it's creating a controversy with my financial status. I can't borrow against it. I can't, hey, for trade milling, fair trade milling, I wonder what they mill. I can't take a loan out on anything, can't use it as collateral, can't get homeowners insurance, nothing. But I'd really like to find 10 acres, because then I could put a trailer out there, or move my trailer out there if it already had a residence for my in-laws. They're getting older, and it would be nice, you know, if they could move up here closer to the hospitals. You know, it's funny, I had always thought that, since I know I wasn't getting the land, you know, it's weird how your mind looks. I'd always thought that, you know, my brother would get the farm, I'd get the equipment, and we'd farm it together. We had read Dad's will, shoot, I don't know, 10 years ago maybe, and that's about the time I quit caring. You know, that was my childhood. I loved it. And I figured even if I didn't have the land, I could live it and relive it through the equipment. You know, since then, my brother's either sold off my childhood farm equipment, or it's sitting rusting in the barn. You know, I tried to take over a Farm Hall Cub, which was the mowing machine. I even tried to buy it off Dad, and he wasn't interested. I guess he'd rather see it rot in a dirt floor barn than it being restored. It happens though. Like I said, I got to go help my brother with some electrical stuff on one of his pieces of equipment. He's got a new setup for, I can't think of what he called it. injects moisture or moisture reading and penetrant installer, and hey, I don't know. But anyways, the company doesn't have an install manual for his setup, so we're trying to halfway kind of figure it out. I'll go over here and try to get a game plan of what we got going on. I don't know. I've just spent a lot of time trying to find solutions to my problems. Like I say, the meantime, getting me a bed and getting Jackson another vehicle is priority. Oh, and by the way, this chunk of land is about 4 miles from the house. Well, I appreciate you guys sticking around and listening to me mumble. Try to put my thoughts out in the open. Try to move forward with my failures. I guess you can't, what do they say, you can't have success without failing first. Well, I'll be 45 this month. I've had 25 years of adult failures. I am ready for some positiveness. Almost feels like NASCAR out here. Anyways, you guys be good and be safe, and we'll talk to you next time.